Hey guys, Paul Beauheart here in Bangkok, Thailand. Best city ever. Having some unusual weather. It's unusually dreary today. I don't know why. It's April, it's not supposed to be dreary. Must be the earthquake. Caused some weird weather. Anyways, today on this little walk and talk, I just want to talk about living and dying, life and death. I know, a grim subject. Let's discuss. So, word is out. We're all gonna die. I'm sorry. Sorry to break it to you if you didn't know that. But depending on your religion, what you think happens, your own personal beliefs, it can vary what happens when we die, but we've all got to cross the journey. So, when you have cancer, right, it has been known to be fatal. So people do die from cancer. It's unfortunate. It does happen. So, when you first learn you have cancer, the first thing you'll probably think about is death. And that can be challenging, you know. If you're a young person, you probably haven't thought you're gonna die in the near future. It can be a little difficult. I mean, you've probably given it some thought, right? Maybe perhaps you've had a near-death experience, been in a car accident. I'm sure most people have known someone close to them who's died by the time they're like a young adult. And you've probably given it some thought, but you never thought it would be you. But now it is you. So what do? Well, people take different attitudes when they get diagnosed. Some people, they might be hurting. They might be in a lot of pain. They might just want to die. I think that's normal. If you're older, a lot of older people, if I was in my 70s and I had to go through some crazy experimental chemotherapy protocol, I wouldn't do it. I'd just be like, First off, I wouldn't want to deal with the hospital. I'd want to go do something else. Second off, I wouldn't want to waste society's resources as an old man on some super experimental thing that's going to extend my life maybe a year. I mean, come on. But when you're younger, you'll probably adapt a different attitude. Maybe if the chemotherapy works, you can last another, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Who knows? So, you might have a less stoic attitude about death. So it's up to you. It's between you and God whether you want to do the treatment or not. Some people I know don't want to do it. They just say it's not worth it. When you get really sick, and people who've been really sick might know this, with something fatal, you start to feel a little different. You start to become more accepting of death, and you start to kind of there's a gentleman in the canal here, just saying hi. Oops, almost fell. You start to be more accepting of death when it comes up on you. I guess God, he put that into our DNA because we should, broadly fear death, for most of life. And that allows us to survive. The emotion of fear is a powerful one. It's an important one. It keeps us alive. It keeps us from doing dumb stuff. But when we're about to die, you'll feel kind of accepting of death. And you'll kind of look back on your life. It's a weird feeling. And if you have a fatal disease, you'll know what I'm talking about. So instead of freaking out and being terrified of death when you're near it, you're not. That's the best way I can describe it. But if you choose to get some kind of treatment, perhaps you can get pulled back from the brink of death and you can live. So if you do live, you do get a second shot at life. You might think about, well, what am I supposed to do? Well, there's a lot of things you could do. You could change your attitude. You could be a nicer person. You could be a better person. You could do different kinds of things. What new things are you going to do with a second shot at life? What would you do? For me, well, I guess I tried my hand at writing. And you should go check out my Cancerica series. I'm running the grift here. I'll put a hover card. Check it out. So I tried writing. It's something to do. You could try, you know, learning a musical instrument. It doesn't have to be anything like super. You don't have to, you know, go and cure cancer. But, you know, you shouldn't waste your life. You shouldn't. My second shot at life, oh, I'm gonna watch more TikTok or Instagram reels. No, go do something. Try to do something worthwhile. Maybe help your fellow man. Go try a new profession. Oh, there's a cat in the way. And perhaps you can find, you know, some new solace in that. Some new inspiration. But when you're approaching death, I want you to know you will be at peace, hopefully. And it's hard for a younger person to understand. When you're young, you're more terrified of death. When you're older, you get less and less terrified. It becomes more normal. You see it as kind of a sort of a closure to your own life, your own story almost. And you understand it's important for the world more broadly. All these tech weirdos who want to be, you know, like transhumanism, this absurd thought process that thinks you can live forever inside, like, you know, some silicon body. It's disgusting. Pumped up on drugs, God knows what else. Because you'll be separated from the natural order. So you'll live this immortality kind of separated from God or the natural order if you don't believe in God. But it's weird and it's bizarre. And I could think of nothing worse than that kind of existence. So, death is kind of an important part of life. And we all have to do it. It's natural. But right now, you're alive. And you should make the most of your day. Do something great with your day. Me, I'm just gonna go to the hospital and go do my stuff. And then it's the big Thai holiday, Songkran. Get hype. Songkran is this weekend, so it's nice to watch the children splashing, people splashing, young couples, riding around on motorcycles. It's a lot of fun. I hope that it's a good Songkran this year, and that there isn't another earthquake or something weird. Some sort of natural disaster in Bangkok. We need to have a good one. People need to cheer up. It's a good time to spend with family. So that's April 13th to the 15th in Bangkok. In Pattaya, it's I think it's a little later. It's like 18th to 19th or something. But yeah, So that's my walk and talk for the day. So in the words of Blue Oyster Cult, don't fear the reaper. And when your time comes, it'll come naturally. You won't be as scared as you think. But you should try, if you have cancer, to beat it. You should try to fight death. I don't think you should just give up, especially if you're young. Maybe you're older. Maybe I'd probably be singing a different tune if I was older. I'd probably want to give up. But right now, no giving up. Still got things to do. So keep fighting on and relax. This is Paul Beauheart. I'm out in Bangkok. Check out my Cancerica series. I dropped a hover card back there, but the link is in the description too. Book goes on sale next week. Very exciting. All right, and we'll have some links and stuff about that later. All right, we'll see you guys. Paul Beauheart out.